Welcome
back. Oh,
This is how this whole thing is gonna go.
okay. Okay. Welcome back to our $2 Take It or Leave It podcast. Your host back with you, Jenny.
Erica.
Carly.
Carly, can you explain to our viewers again what our name means?
Yes, so our $2 is us giving you our opinions, like our 2 cents, but adjusted for inflation. And yeah, that's basically it.
Okay. Carly is in another location today, so her service is a little sketchy here.
I had to come out to the car because
face
there's
is
terrible
full.
service in the building.
Anyways, before we get started, we're going to take a moment, a pause for our sponsor this week. Oh, well, we don't have any sponsors.
This is an unsponsored, self-funded podcast.
Yeah, if you'd like to be the first episode sponsor, Alani,
And maybe Stanley.
we'll take it, okay?
Yeah, also Dr. Pepper, because I don't drink Alani. No offense,
Okay.
Alani.
All right.
Anyway, what do we have in store for you today? Carly.
Well, we're going to be talking about our families. So we're going to talk about how, with our siblings, we were raised in the same household, but differently, basically. So even if you're raised in the same house, you have a different experience growing up. How many siblings do you guys have?
Well, hang on, folks, before we get started.
I don't have the agenda.
Before we jump into all this,
Right.
let's take a moment and kind of reflect back on what we've been up to since we recorded our first kind of shit show of a podcast.
Shit show part 1. This is part 2.
Yeah. So, Carly, do you want to start off with kind of recapping last week of what we talked about and what
Yeah,
you've
I
been
think
up
that's a great idea, Jenny. Thanks. Recapping last week, what we talked about. We talked about $2 bills, actually. And this is how I came up with the idea of having it be about siblings this week, because my sister fact-checked me and said that she does not remember our great aunt sending us $2 bills. I know she sent us birthday cards. I don't know. Maybe it was just $2. I remembered it as being $2 bills. What's odd about this is everyone in my family will always say, I have a bad memory, but it's not an inventive memory. So typically I just wouldn't remember something. I'm not like making something up like my younger sister does, where you just like make up whatever you want. So kind of weird that I maybe remembered it wrong. I'm still waiting for verification. My mom's going to ask my great aunt if she did that or not.
Okay.
Yeah, and then since the last podcast, what have you guys been up to?
What have you done?
Well, I've been taking care of a sick 1-year-old.
It's too
So
bad.
kind of interesting of like how we're different in kind of stages of our lives here. Like as far as kids go,
Yeah.
you know, Eric has the youngest kids, Carly has kind of the teenager, and then I have the adult children. So I feel like we all three can kind of bring some good information on that. Since we recorded last week, I had my 44th birthday, so I'm older now than the last time you see me. Visited my daughter at college at the University of Iowa. Go Hawks. And speaking of Hawks, the women's basketball team made the Big Ten championship, although they did come up short. They still made that. So, yay, go Hawks. And I also painted my porch goose, which I was super excited about. People might know what they are. And I finally did, if my sisters will understand that I finally did come up with a name. It's Miss Weeza the Giza.
Okay.
So
I'm now the only one in this podcast without a porch goose, and it's
yeah,
going to remain that way.
Yeah, so you're gonna
Nobody
need
buy me one. I don't want one.
And then also, I thought it'd be a good time to bring up that Sunday was International Women's Day. So the theme this year was, calling upon the world to protect and advance gender equality, right, justice, action for all women and girls. So go girls. I'm
Girl
here
power.
with some of the best. So fight on, women.
One thing that I did this last week is I went to a fundraiser for my friend's kids' Catholic school. We go to it every year, and they have a game there. We just call it the dime game, where you throw dimes at this table that has a glass top, and you have to get the dime to slide over the face of a dollar bill or $20 bill or what have you. And if you get it on the face, you get that bill. And I won a $2 bill. Like, how crazy is that when we just created this podcast, had a whole discussion about $2 bills? I don't know that they've ever had $2 bills on this game before that I remember. I've never won before. And I won a $2 bill.
It's a sign. It's a sign that
From
what
God.
we're doing. Yep.
Because it was a Catholic school.
Yes. Well, we lost you there for a bit.
Right, I could hear it like echoing out.
back.
Poor Madison is the worst.
You're okay.
Okay.
Well, that all sounds good. Let's get to the main.
Did it sound good?
How many siblings do you have?
I have 3.
I also, I have 2. I'm just gonna count myself in this.
Oh my god.
And what do you got?
I got one brother.
Okay.
He's younger. I'm obviously the older one. Yeah. Who's the oldest, youngest, middle? What do you got?
Yeah, so I can start off, I guess, on that. So, I have an older and a younger, so I feel like my sibling dynamics is very true to order of the oldest carries the kind of oldest tendencies, very motherly. We kind of like look up to her for that. I'm the middle child, I don't care, go with the flow, the kind of rambunctious one. And then I have a younger sister who is definitely the baby of the family. And funny story about that, kind of when she was born. So I was the baby for 5 years when she was born. Didn't know about this until years later when my parents got divorced and my younger sister got my mom's like hope chest. She was going through things, and in one of the bags or whatever was a card from like our Sunday school class after she was born. And in that card, everyone was like, congratulations on the birth of the baby girl. And like in the location, and I will try to insert a picture of this, is a frowny face with a tear in it's signed Jenny. So I thought I was super excited about having a baby sister in my memory. That's what I was. But at the time, I guess I wasn't super excited about that.
I also have a picture of my mom holding my newborn brother, and I was not excited for that.
And there's a picture of my sister, who's 4.5 years older than me, who's the oldest, also not happy. Super not happy about my existence.
Are you the youngest?
I have an older sister, and then me, and then a younger sister, and my brother is the baby.
And how do you feel like your sibling dynamics are?
I feel like the oldest, mostly because I'm not go with the flow. I'm very much like a rule follower. Part of it's because I'm of my location. Like, my older sister doesn't live, like, she lives like 2 hours away, which isn't far, but so like I am kind of the caregiver as far as like medical stuff for my parents and things like that. So I feel like a lot of that, like, eldest child stuff is like fits with me. Maybe it's because I'm the older middle child.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, knowing you, I feel like you give off older sibling. But now this one here, who is the older child?
That's a mix up.
I don't quite know what kind of vibe she gives off. But
She gives baby vibes to me.
you what?
I think she gives baby vibes.
Yeah, I think she does too.
Well,
Because it was a boy-girl dynamic. So, like,
maybe.
in my family, it's all 3 girls. So I feel like we kind of fall strictly in that. But, like, being the only girl, I could see maybe how that is or whatever. But
I mean, we only have 2 years in between us.
yeah.
that makes a difference too, I think.
Yeah.
Now, did you guys all get along with your siblings?
Not at
No.
all. We fought. I mean, why do you think I only have one kid? We fought horribly. Horribly. I got along best with my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we got along, like, I mean, obviously had, like, this or that, but I don't really remember, even though me and my older sister are closer in age together, I would say that I feel like she grew up faster, kind of, and hit the realm of when I remember than I did. And I will admit this, that I was like a big doll person, and I probably played with baby dolls and Barbie dolls entirely too old into my life. And some days when I'm on TikTok and I'm scrolling and they have those reborn dolls, like, I can see myself having a reborn doll. Because, oh my gosh, so stupid.
If I ever see you up at the Walmart with a reborn doll, I'm turning and walking away. I'm not going to know you.
Thinks she has a baby.
Yeah, I definitely
In the
think,
nursing home.
yeah, I think that will be me for sure. And
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh,
but
we just talked about that the other day because I was saying, like, I feel like the generations that's in nursing homes right now all want babies, and like when they get dementia, they want their baby. And I'm like, do you think our generation is going to be like that? Or are they going to be like, give me my laptop, I need to get back to work? Because I feel like our generation's a lot different.
yeah, maybe. I think I'm in a different generation than you two, so
I'm on the cusp between.
yeah. So I probably still will be playing with the babies.
I'll be the old lady on Facebook complaining about everything.
Yeah. But I do
That
think,
tracks.
like, we grew up kind of like like a nurturing way of, like, we did play, like, with babies and play house all the time and played store, and we all kind of started our families young, which I think was maybe kind of indicative of how we wanted kids early on, I guess. I don't know. But definitely, I asked my siblings, like, what they thought, like, our differences were, and they said that I'm more opinionated than they are, which I will agree with that. But I also think that they are opinionated. I'm just more vocal and don't care about sharing my opinions on that than they are. And then I also think I probably am a little more outgoing, and they'd probably be like, "Oh, she's not as outgoing as me." But, like, they would never do, like, a podcast like this, or I post stuff on TikTok. Like, they watch TikToks, but they're never going to post stuff on that. So I feel like I put myself out there more than, like, they do. And there's a phrase in my family of, it's all about Jenny. Like, everybody uses it. So I guess I just take it, though, that nobody makes a decision and I know what I want. And so I just do it, because if you're not going to say, let's do this, let's not do that, then I'm going to say what it is. So, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my funny thing. Also, I think I'm a little bit more snobby when it comes to certain things. Like, for instance, when we went on a trip, I don't know, a couple years ago, we went to, like, mind you, I drove the entire time to Texas. We're coming home. We're going to the Pioneer Ladies town, like Pawhuska, Oklahoma, or something like that. And I was real tired, and they're, like, talking about, like, what furnishings are in this hotel that we're staying at, which my sister reserved, and it was like a clawfoot bathtub or something like that. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't wait to get there and soak in the bathtub. Like, I just am tired. And and we like pull up, and it's like it's kind of an old west town if you would think about it. There's like the Pioneer ladies like put some businesses up there, but we pull up to like this old storefront, and like the windows are like kind of cracked underneath, and they're like, I think this is it. And I was like,
Oh no.
this is not it. And they're like laughing because I was like so mad. And they're like, yeah, it is. I'm like, where the fuck do you check in? Like, and they're like, oh, there's a key in a desk in the hallway.
Stop.
What in the frick? Anyways, so we like, it's a big thing. My sister goes in to get the key out of this desk. As she's walking out and we're like getting her bags out, her eyes are like real big. And she's like, you might want to go in there with an open mind.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
I would be like, we're getting out of here. We're going somewhere else.
Oh my God. I'm pretty sure it was haunted. There was like this weird kitchenette that was like built for the size of somebody that was like short. And then it had like a creepy dresser in there, and then like a creepy closet with a rollaway bed. So we put my sister on the pretty top end. And
I think I would have been like, I'm going to sleep in the car.
she's like, well, I can't help it. Was no other hotels besides like 30 minutes away. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm in charge next time. I'm booking all the hotels. So yeah, I'm kind of snobby on that aspect. So
I don't know. Me and my brother are pretty much the same. My husband says stubborn, hard-headed, little bit of an asshole.
Do you feel like you had like somebody was
that you guys take a lot. I get some of your feistiness from her.
Yeah, I mean, when we fought hardcore. Like, I dropped him with a pool stick one time. He threw a flat-headed screwdriver at me. I have a scar on my leg still. But
do you see your kids being that way?
God, I hope not. I hope they're not. I mean, one time I threw his shoes out the window when we were younger. My dad was so mad. But.
And are you guys close now?
No. He lives about 20 minutes away, but. I mean, we see him when we need to.
Do you feel like one of you was favored? Like, did your mom have a favorite?
Him. And I always say that my brother's still on the tit.
Yeah. I think that's a boy thing, though. And now that you're a mom and you have a little boy, you kind of understand what the dynamics of a mom-son versus a mom and daughter relationship is.
It's definitely different.
Not that you love them different, it's just there's some dynamic. But Kelsey notoriously will say that too. Like, you love Cameron more and whatever, but there also are babies and boys, and I can see how that falls. So.
Yeah.
Well, everyone in my family would say I was the favorite. And it's true, I think.
Yeah.
At least in my dad, for sure. My mom, I feel like, doesn't play favorites very much, but my dad, it's for sure.
Your sister takes her on trips all the time, so I would think she would be the favorite, right?
Maybe. I don't know. My mom's pretty good at, like, hiding it. But yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe. I feel like when we were growing up, they might have said my younger brother Alex was her favorite, but he had a lot of, like, he's on the autism spectrum, and he had a lot of, like, behavioral issues and school stuff. And that was one thing when I asked him, like, the differences of us growing up. He was like, well, I was so over medicated because that generation, like, they didn't really know how to treat what, he had ADHD and Asperger's, and now there's like limits on Adderall and Ritalin and stuff, and he was like a no limit situation. But anyway, he got a lot of attention because of that, but it wasn't necessarily good attention. It was negative attention. But my sister growing up, my older sister, when I asked her how things were, she's like, you just got away with anything. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like, I was just like the basic good kid. I never went to parties. I got good grades, had 2 jobs. I was in activities. So I didn't really get into trouble. So what? What's that look, Erica?
I picture it.
Can you picture that?
Yeah.
I was a nerd.
Yeah.
I was. still am. Anyway, so I think my parents could give me the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
What?
So that's why you have your doctorate and we don't.
Maybe. But they gave me the benefit of the doubt because I never got in trouble. But my sister did get in trouble. And she was complaining to me yesterday when I brought this up that she's like, our parents thought I was going to do crystal meth. And I said, why? So we grew up obviously in a generation without cell phones. And I guess her friend had passed her a note saying like, I can't wait to try the crystal. And my parents thought that meant crystal meth. Apparently they meant, did you ever know of the alcohol called Aftershock? It had like rock candy in the bottom of the bottle. And that's what they were talking about. They wanted to try the rock candy. So granted, again, still bad because alcohol and they're in high school, but not crystal meth bad. But I can remember them yelling and yelling at her. And I was like upstairs with a bowl, like listening like this, like, what did Jamie do? And she was like, it's just rock candy at the bottom of a bottle. And it was all about alcohol. And then apparently one time she got grounded for 31 days because she was 31 minutes past curfew. And that was the rule. For every minute you're past curfew, it's a day, you're grounded. But the reason was because she drove somebody drunk home. Like she was doing such a responsible kid thing.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't drunk.
You'll find out. I've had teenagers. You can't always believe those stories.
That's what I told her. I said, you came home with like beer in your back seat before. Like you had some sus activities. That's kind of on you. That's how I feel.
I like that rule though. I think I'm going to use that when my kids get older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially now because there's cell phones.
The other never did. So said one of my kids would follow their grounding rules and the other never followed them.
Just never followed.
Terrible about staying up on that, so.
Oh, Kinsley will be my not rule follower. Yeah.
My younger two siblings, like, my mom worked so much by the time they were in high school and stuff, and me and my sister were gone already. My mom even said yesterday, like, yeah, we didn't really do a whole lot with them. They were just kind of did whatever the hell they wanted all the time.
Yeah. Guess what I just remembered I forgot to do? Tear up my things and draw it out. But anyways.
You forgot what? Oh, to tear up your things?
Yeah. Sorry, I have a squirrel brain, so. Yeah.
That's okay.
Well, I guess all these stories, though, in our siblings, I think, helped mold us into the humans that we are. And I do think having kids makes you develop relationships with other people and like how to kind of handle situations. So I do think that that's nice to have that. So,
and I mean, I've never dropped anybody with a pool stick.
Yeah. Well, I guess, if we have further questions or anything on siblings, did you have anything else, Carly, to add on your sibling?
No, but I guess I would say, Erica, that our house was violent like that too. Like we broke so many windows, and now when we're leaving, like let's say Caroline and I are going to go somewhere and Chris is home by himself. When we leave, Caroline will be like, okay, don't break any windows when we leave. It's just a thing. We had an old house. It had really thin window panes. They broke very easily, and we threw stuff all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I was too scared of my dad. Which he was not a scary guy at all, but
I mean, I wasn't scared of mine because he passed away, so.
Your dad dipped early.
That's right.
All right. Well, to wrap that up, thanks for sharing that. Our next up segment is going to be with Carly. Also, this is our kind of shit show number 2 episode. So yes. I think I'm doing better so far, but I'm learning some editing things. So I'm going to try and insert a couple of our sibling photos of each one of us in here so you guys can see that too. And if you take away anything from those photos, just take away the outfits and the hair.
It was a different time. It was
Yeah,
a different time.
you can tell I feel like era you grew up in by your pictures for sure. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, Carly's going to talk about her Carly's Love It or Leave It episode this week. So, what is it?
Yes. So my love it or leave it this week is a love it. I got a new dog leash. We have 2 dogs, and I like to take them for walks, but they pull, and I cannot walk them both. I would get pulled down. So I decided I was going to try this, and it could have been a disaster. So I didn't even tell my husband that I was doing it because I knew he would make fun of me so bad. I got them each a harness, and I got this leash, which I think we can maybe share the link, but
Yeah.
it's just from Amazon, and it was like $20 or something. And it Ys out, so it's just one handle for me, and then there's 2 handles. They have a swivel so they don't get tangled, and there's like a bungee. And so I can walk them both together, and when they pull, they're kind of pulling on each other instead of on me. So it's actually no more pulling than one dog, and once they get like a little calmed down during the walk, it's less work than walking one dog. So I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
That's my love it.
Yeah. You have 2 dogs too.
We don't walk them. They just go play in the yard.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will try to put a picture up of what Carly loved this week and a link or at least information on what the name of it is for Amazon. That again, fingers crossed. I'm a good producer and can do this. All right. So next on, so hopefully as we go, we don't have to necessarily introduce what we're doing here, but we are going to do kind of some grab and go topics. So I've kind of wrote down some things and I'm going to just draw out of a hat and we're just going to kind of quickly discuss the different things on there. So let me get these mixed up.
Well, that's not drawing out of a hat.
Well, I don't have a hat right now because I actually had this kind of prepared and then forgot about it. So, all right, this week's grab and go topic is, what type of mom are you?
Helicopter.
Helicopter?
For sure.
I'm helicopter. I'm a yelling mom. I'm a babying mom. I'm all types. All types.
Yeah. I feel like I was always like let my kids kind of do their thing, but also was semi on top of them. Now I feel like that they're adults and they're kind of not in my control. I am a worrier, and my son calls me crazy all the time, and because I'll randomly think of like the craziest things, because as you guys will learn, I have crazy like thoughts that come through my head. I think I have some ADD. I don't know, like randomly, just whatever stuff pops into my head throughout the day, and I'll send him a message and be like, I heard that there's a bank robber in Kelowna, Iowa.
Was it you?
And you live in Iowa City, and you better watch out because the cops are looking for him, and it's like 30 miles away. And I'll get Bruz or Jenny. What are you talking about? And my daughter's flying to Florida to visit her friend for spring break, and she's leaving Chicago, and like these kids don't have like a safe plan. And so I'm like, what's your plan? Like, how are you going to get up there? Where are you going to park? Oh, I don't know. I've thought about this. I've thought about that. So then I get a hotel for her because I want to make sure she's safe. And so I don't know what life will be like when I don't have to be that type of person for them. But they tell me they don't need that person, but I still get the vibes that they do.
They do.
Yeah.
It's hard to let them make mistakes. Like, you need to let them be independent, but you also don't want them to get harmed. So it's very difficult, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would also, I think that was a good kind of topic of like what kind of mom we are. Viewers, if you're out there, if you see any of this, send us a message of like things that you want us to put in this hat or topics that you'd like us to discuss. As far as kind of our main topic was siblings this week. We'd like to hear feedback, thoughts, kind of what kind of mom do you feel like you are? We definitely want to hear that. So, yeah. And then I guess since Carly doesn't have her agenda in front of her, I'll put homework for her.
I told you I couldn't print. I should have done it last night at home.
No, you're fine. So before we wind this show down, what's everyone's plans this weekend? Any specific plans? Any goals that you want to conquer?
Well, I may be going to the Shamrock Shuffle if it's not too
I'm
cold.
also a hard maybe, even though I already paid.
Yeah,
Because of the weather.
yeah, and then we have a birthday party at the gym park.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I am going to be catching up on The Pit, so I don't know if either of you guys watched.
I've heard that's very good. I have not watched it.
Yeah, I love it. So I watched season 1 and then I had to pay to watch season 2, and so I did, and so I'm just kind of in on that. And then probably do my normal tobacco run for my husband and dinner date night on Saturday.
You're such an enabler.
I don't take him there. I get fed, so like and I will say he's went from like chewing like the snuff tobacco, which I feel like is like kind of the bad part, to those like pouch, like Zyn type pouches.
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know. Anyways, he chews less of them and doesn't go through as much. So I feel like that also is a win that maybe he's having less stuff. So, and as far as my goals, we have a walk challenge here at work together. So I'm just trying to kind of keep up doing some of that when it's nice out, get outside and walk. So hopefully if there's some nice weather, I will do that. But I am not doing the Shamrock Shuffle. So
I'm maybe doing it. Erica, if you do it and I don't, you can have my t-shirt.
Okay, I'll be like, I'm Carly Williams.
Yep. Because I do that all the time. That's
Yeah.
my signature move.
All right. Well, this has been fun. I enjoyed getting to spend my lunch hour with you guys. We have 10 minutes left to enjoy it. So
Yes.
thanks for joining us, tuning in. Hopefully you get to enjoy some pictures if we're able to insert those. And we are going to end it with
Our
our
$2.
$2. Take
Take
it
it or leave it.
next week.
I remember that part at least. There's people in this parking lot like, what the hell is this lady doing in her car?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right.